Good morning, Van Dyke. Taking it easy this morning because I've got really sore legs and feet. Yesterday, I ran a whole marathon in my garden, which was really hard work. It took me 8 hours, left me exhausted, and thankfully I had a great night's sleep. Although I do feel refreshed, but I feel really tired from that. So I'm having a slow day today. Maybe go for a bit of a walk so the legs don't seize up. But I'm proud of myself. What a great achievement. Hard going, but worth it. Now, none of that is true. My legs are fine, although I've done a few Joe Wicks workouts that have been tough. I don't think I can run a marathon in my garden for many reasons. And I didn't sleep very well, that's why I'm tired. Does it matter that they are lies? Does it matter that that wasn't true? Does it make me look better? Do you now think I'm a marathon runner? Might you come to me for marathon advice? I'd like to be a marathon runner, but I'm not. Maybe sometimes lying makes us believe we can be things. If I tell myself I'm a marathon runner, that's what I will become. So I'm going to talk to you this morning very quickly about how to begin and how to end your speech. You're writing a speech for your big write this week. Speeches really have to engage that audience. The audience has to want to listen. Nobody starts speeches with, "Good morning, I'm here today to tell you about the truth and whether it's important or not." People start speeches by engaging the audience, perhaps with a personal story, a little bit of humour, a joke, a fact, or a question. When was the last time you lied? Have you lied today? I was thinking that to myself this morning on the way to QuickFit with my son to drop off his car for an MOT, social distancing. And I thought, have I lied today? I haven't spoken to many people, but I think I probably do most days. I say things like, I'll be there in a minute, and I won't be. I'll be there in about 6. Is that a lie? So you can talk to your audience and you can engage with ideas that are personal to them, that they relate to. They know it as well. They know that they lie when they say to their mum, just coming downstairs, but still on those buttons on the Xbox or whatever you're doing on your phone. Are they really lies? Think about it. The title of this task is Telling the Truth is Always the Right Thing to Do. The way to start your speech is to engage your reader with a fact, a couple of questions, a joke, a personal story about yourself is really good, not too intense at the beginning. But there might be a moment where you've lied recently and now you really regret that, or you hadn't lied about that because it's turned into a complicated story. And your reader will get it, your audience will get it because they'll relate to it. But at the beginning of your speech, you have to set out your viewpoint. You have to decide if you agree or not. That will be hard because you'll be thinking, telling the truth is sometimes the right thing, sometimes it's not. But nobody really wants to hear a speaker who's on the fence. Of course, you can debate the issue, but essentially you've got to decide. So telling the truth, I'm just checking the right sentence. Telling the truth is always the right thing to do. By the end of your first paragraph or few lines, you probably need to make a decision here. So therefore, it is my view that telling the truth is always the right thing to do. Or telling the truth is not always the right thing to do. And in that way, you can say there are times for the truth and times that it's better not to use the truth. Another way you can open is you can relate to something that affects all of us in the global world, perhaps, like fake news. And you did a fake news unit yesterday that was really interesting on BBC Bitesize. In this world of fake news, where we scroll through our media pages, our WhatsApp, Instagram, and we are littered with images and stories and clickbait all the time, do any of us really know what is the truth, and does it matter? Do we care? Are we bothered? If it interests us, is there a new form of truth? If we like it and it's true to us, and it rings true with us, is that thing then a truth? It's quite a complicated topic. So you're going to start off by getting your audience's attention. Don't do this whole good morning, hello, my name is. Get them going with an idea about truth. And then by the end of your first paragraph, really clear on your view. Is it always right to tell the truth, or is it not always right? And then you'll have to give a really good example of where it perhaps wouldn't be, and a really good argument for always telling the truth, which will be if that's your argument, which will be through the course of your speech. So in between the beginning and end, you'll have about 3 paragraphs that will address different concepts of truth, different ways of looking at it. One final way you could start is perhaps something you've been taught. I know my grandma definitely told me you must always tell the truth. And that's how many of us are brought up. Always tell the truth. Why does that not always happen? Why do we not always tell the truth? Because we don't. The conclusion, how do you end? Well, you're not going to do goodbye, thank you for listening. You're going to leave people with something to think about. So the next time you feel a lie tripping off your tongue, the next time you feel inclined to tell the absolute truth, maybe you should think about the feelings of others, the consequences, the reasons behind your actions. Yeah, it's not always good to tell the truth. If somebody's asking you how they look in that dress and it's not great, I don't think the absolute truth is the right answer there. Something a bit more considered. So by the end, you'll come back to your statement. So, is it right to always tell the truth? In my opinion, yes, it is. As far as I'm concerned, not always. In my experience, no. For the reasons I've given, I believe it's not. And you might want to come back to your main overriding reason, because the reason we do and don't tell the truth is to protect ourselves and others. What's more important, that we protect ourselves or we protect others? So come to some sort of conclusion about the statement. Don't change your mind from the beginning. So you need to know at the beginning what you're really going to argue for or against. And at the end, come back to that point. This is why I believe that we should always tell the truth or not. And you could leave your audience with a question or an idea to think about for the future. Next time you click on the news online, next time you read an article in a newspaper, on WhatsApp, on Instagram, ask yourself, how truthful is this? Don't just assume that everything is the truth. Start thinking about the importance of truth. So some quite big moral questions, moral statements you could end with, just so that your audience goes away and feels like they've considered something that happens in day-to-day life, truth and lies, but they don't really think about it, and your speech has stopped them and made them think about it. Good luck with it. We really look forward to reading these, because the last big writes were phenomenal. Enjoy writing these. Use your speaking voice, speak to your audience, be funny, be engaging. It's not as formal as a letter or an article. You've got fun you can have here with this. Ask your family and your friends, watch the videos on YouTube. You can get this done to a really high standard, and we're really excited to see them.